Okay, I see I'm a bit higher than normal, so let me turn up the camera a little. Yeah, this should work. So, welcome everybody. I should see first if this thing is still correct. Don't know if it is. The name of it, I mean. I'm going to check right now on Facebook. Not Facebook, but on YouTube. It's for me easier to check. I'll just mute the tab real quick. Go to my channel. Wait, no, not this channel. Self-made lemonade. Working on Z.A.C.O.F, thinking of concepts in broad strokes. Yeah, basically. Alright. I am waiting to see if my live stream thing, I set up a system that forces one of my Discord things to show that I'm live to the people in there. Still waiting to see if it actually works or not, so I'll check that in about 5 minutes. It should work. So I already set up some spots, as you guys can see. We have the word folder for the food and liquid system that we have set up. Now, this system works as the following. It's going to have that, there's going to be canned foods which give you a little bit more, no, just as much like food as the normal ones, as the fresh foods, the McDonald's. We're going to have to call that something different though in this universe, but we all will know that it's based off McDonald's because that shit just tastes good. So McDonald's is going to be less healthy for you, but yeah, it's going to be the same as the canned food. You can get food poisoning. It's, of course you will get food poisoning that quick from the real life McDonald's, but I mean, come on. You can, their stuff stays good for about a month if you just leave it sitting there. So now let me just share this with the artist that I'm working with, because I am talking with some artists right now that are basically that I'm going to be working with in the future. It's just that I have to make people know that I am actually live streaming these days, because I don't know if this thing is going to work. And I just want to make sure, so I'm also going to post it in here real quick, just to make sure that, yeah, that we at least know what we are doing. So, alright, someone has followed me in Gaben Zone. Alright, man, thank you. Don't know if it works somehow, but we'll see, right? Okay, very good. So what we have right now, we have the canned food system. So over here, we're going to have some systems within the systems within the system. It's really weird, going to look weird, it's going to be weird, okay? Let's be honest here. I'm going to have to open my restream chat real quick as well, by the way, now that I remember. Restream chat. Just so I can actually talk to you guys, if someone is talking at the very least. Chat is waiting for new messages. Okay. Ah, of course. Hold on, I'm getting an update, so I'll do that later. But may I ask what Z.A.C.O.F is? Yes, you may. Z.A.C.O.F is basically like Dungeons & Dragons. It's based loosely off of that system. What it's going to be a system that works like a zombie apocalypse. So think Dungeons & Dragons, but more like The Walking Dead. I already made a gun system, which I'm going to scroll up real quick. Hope that I get past here. And this is the gun system. These are some light drafts. We've made the gun systems that allow us to have us know, okay, what can what get with each class. This means that some classes have better stuff, some classes are able to get more add-ons. But basically what it is of it itself, I'm sorry, haven't done this in a while by the way, So I'm a bit rustic on explaining. Uh, Mostly because I just started working on this a few days ago. So yeah, what we are going to do with this system is that it's going to be a system loosely based off of D&D. It's going to allow everyone to be able to, when they have this PDF, when it's done, they're able to play the game almost instantly. Due to the fact that I'm going to write out a lot of the things that you're going to need for this. So that will allow everyone to just get the system together, get some friends together, and even the zombie table is going to be ready. You're just going to improvisingly, you're going to get the game. It's basically a mix between. Um, okay, let me explain this a bit easier for myself. Like, if you get a map, any sort of map, or Google Maps, let's just take a map of Google Maps. All that you have to do then is figure out, okay, if there was a zombie apocalypse happening here, what kind of zombie apocalypse do you and your friends want? Do you want one that started out with a virus that's being spread by a chemical agent? Or one that's like The Last of Us, where it's not just that, it's a chemical plant that exploded and now fungus is taking over? Like, these are things that you have to consider at first with your friends. Afterwards, we're going to have to look at the characters. How are you going to make your characters? The character system is going to be a bit harder to start up as, where like building the character, because you're going to have to look at the past of your character. You're going to have to look if they had any mental illnesses, if they had a disease, because this helps you calculate the system of your health. I have not built this system yet, but everything will be ready on the character sheet when I got them ready. Yeah, and that is going to be how you do that. So everything is going to be able to be tracked. It's going to be have the strength, dexterity, and all of that good stuff as well. You're going to have items with durability points, and then you have the guns with the durability percentage. Yeah, and the best thing about this is that it's entirely sandbox and improvising with your friends, which means that you can go into a random building and you can literally just have, if you are with 4 of you, you can just take a 1d4 die and roll it. Then it will decide, okay, who of your friends is going to explain what this looks like. So, someone can go in there. By the way, thank you for joining. Okay, someone else left apparently. Well, that's going to be interesting. But anyway, what is nice about this is that you can go into a building. You can randomly go with your friends and one says, we softly enter a house where the walls are drenched in blood. And you're just going to have this feeling of everyone is the game master. Everyone decides what the story does. Everyone decides if there is a story. And just this alone. Okay, hold on. I'm getting some messages off of my Discord chat where someone's telling me that they don't have the permission to look at the chats. I will fix so in a bit. So yeah, that is basically going to be it. Like, you can decide with each other, is there going to be a big story? And then you might need a dungeon master, which is not needed with the version that I'm going for. But it is a possibility. Yeah, so that's going to be it's basically going to be a survival system. But if you do want to be able to DM this, that's the good thing about this, because everything is going to be set and ready. You can literally just think up the system like, where did it start? How do I want to tackle this? Who are my players? Are they somewhat important to the story? And if not, how am I going to get them there and there and there? It's a system that is looser and easier to work with than D&D in my eyes. Because with D&D you can't just, oh, let's do a survival. Because you need a campaign, you need to be able to do something. But with this, you always have something to do because it's all going to be narrative based. So a random player can go up to you and say like, I want to check the corner. Guys, what do we say that there might be a zombie here? And you can randomly take a 1d100 die and roll it, and using a different table of your own that you can just decide. I'm going to put one in, of course, to allow you to just have a game set and ready for your friends and yourself. But yeah, and then you decide, okay, this number is that there's a zombie, and actually have, and I'm going to scroll down to the zombies because damn, I made a lot. I just haven't written them all down yet. So how the zombies work will be concluded within this space and this page. But there will be another file amongst the others, will be different zombies. So we are also going to be working on a big sheet for every single zombie. This would mean, in all honesty, that it's going to be like a monster manual that we're making for this, because every zombie has a specific type of what they might look like, which is enough for a small group of players that want to have a thought of what every zombie could be. And I am actually going to get with great artists that I found online. We're going to work together. I will be paying them. They will make some great art, and it's going to be on those pages. So be sure to keep an eye on that. You can also find them in the Discord chat. Oh, it wasn't just 28. I still have a lot to go. I will take recommendations and I will surely put them in as long as they are a bit realistic. But right now, as you guys can probably see on the system, let me just make sure that you guys can actually see. Don't know what's happening here, but there we go. So over here you can see what zombies I have. We have the runner, which is the basic zombie that has just been infected. They want to just eat. Their instinct is to eat and spread this infection. So they are going to run at you. Then we have the bleeder, which is literally just a zombie who does not really bleed himself, but its blood is a darker color, which means that it has been infected with blood sickness. So its infection rate is higher, because there's more of the infection spreading within its veins. And then we have the clotted. Now the clotted is not really like, oh, they don't have any blood. They have blood, but it's been thickened. Their blood is thicker, so they have a less infection rate because their blood can hardly enter your body. But this does mean that they have a strong resistance to attacks, because it also allows the blood to be harder, meaning that it's harder for them to be hurt. And that is the nice thing that's about all of these zombies. All of them have something that is special about it. If you guys have any questions about the zombies that are on screen right now, feel free to ask. Meanwhile, I'll be working on some of the system over here on the right. And then if you guys want an explanation on the food system, feel free to ask as well. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to make sure that we can actually get a lot of people following us, because we don't want this just to be for a small group of people. Even when this gets out, I will make sure personally that there's about 20 or 40 soft cover books, actual books that are professionally printed out there in the world, which I will send to the people that actually support us the most. So that means, like, with PayPal donations, we will get a way to track that, and that is going to be sent to those people. I'll also try and get more of them later on to make sure that we can actually send them in to people that want one. It is going to be expensive that way, but first time, the first 40 I will pay with my own money, just to make sure that we actually do something back for the community that we built up to that point. So yeah, just feel free to ask anything. I'll be here to answer any questions. So let's get to work. Alright, so first we have here fruits, meats, we have Oh, here. Oh, got more meats. Huh. That might be an interesting type of zombie. Um. Okay. Are you by any chance in our Discord chats? Because we have a recommendations page. I'm just going to real quick grab the Discord link from here, which is on screen right now as well. I'm going to put it into the chat so it's easier to copy if you do want to join it. So this is just, so you guys are basically able to pick and join. Ah, hello Gaben. And I'm going to make you a supporter real quick because our meat seek spot does not automatically do so yet, so I do want to bid you welcome. Um, I'm going to put that, what you said, Gaben Zone said there was a system. How about a zombie when it touches you will consume water from your cat and make your cat the first year that has low damage. I'm thinking how I could make that work story-wise, because it is realistic, and that's what I love about it, because okay, how could I make that work? Zombie when it touches you will consume water from your cat. That's a hard one. It is a good one. That's why I put it in the recommendations page, because it allows me to look at what can work, what cannot work. I'm also going to have to look into the permissions real quick, just so everyone is basically able to look at messages. Don't know why some things are not allowed. Off topic. Hold on, what were the permissions for that? Okay. I think it's just going to be able to do that, add reactions as well. I'm just fixing the permissions real quick in the chat. Yeah, that's because I myself am doing all of this with the permissions and such. That is due to the fact that there is a bot for that called Xenon, but with the Discord bots, alright, have good dinner, man. Be sure to subscribe or something, because I love the questions you ask, the recommendations of all of our subscribers and such. So I'm going to listen to always everyone, got to try and put as much as you guys want into the game. So yeah, let's see. What I want to do right now is I want to fix the systems real quick, because if I can fix everything that people are able to do, then that will just be really handy. And recommendations, send messages and that, and read message history. Alright, I just want to make sure that everyone can see the stuff, can work on the stuff, and possibly even just do some weird stuff if they want to. I'm not going to allow everything, of course, but I'm going to at least allow people to have the basics of stuff in here. Because this is something that I'm just going to do right now, because it gives me time to work with you guys, to talk with you guys, and that's always fun. So, and this one was PayPal donation link. Okay, they're not going to be able to talk in here though. Message history, yes. So I am going to put our PayPal link up as well. I'm also working on a website for us where you can read up on the artists that we have who are working with, so you guys can also check them out in the artists who are working on Z.A.C.O.F arts section that I'm going to put some permissions for in a bit as well. This one is questions, so everyone's going to be able to ask questions and read message history. Alright, so now that that is done, art is working on it. Now this is important for you guys can already see that, it says. So that's a good thing. So Right now we have an artist we are working on this are Grizzly Beard, who is working right now on some sketches, because this is going to be a long, really long subject that he and me are going to work together. Every month I'm going to ask like about um, two commissions from him, which means that he is going to be paid pretty well, and this is going to be for about what 40 zombies in total, him and me concluded. So this is going to be about a 20-month journey that we are going to be working together or something nearby. So this means that him and me are just going to work together for a long time, and he's going to be a partner in this. He has a lot of permissions as well, I believe, at least. And I don't know if you guys can see that list yet, but I hope you guys can, because the guy is amazing and he does amazing work. Live streams. You guys are going to be able to read this, where you are able to click on this link whenever, after about 5 minutes when I stream, it's going to put in the live streams tab when I stream. So first 5 minutes are always going to be me talking around, just preparing a little bit, and then we're going to get into the real stuff. I'm sorry for the bad quality of my microphone, by the way. My real microphone that I have over here, this small piece of shite. Um, well, let's just start from the top. I bought a new power supply for my computer, a 700 watt from Silverstone. It's what I needed to get my CPU and my GPU to run properly. What happened was that the ventilator, the fan of the PSU was stuck, so it overheated and blew up. My computer was, luckily enough, with a fucking chance 1 out of a fucking 1,000. My CPU, my RAM, my motherboard, my GPU all survived. Even my SSDs, my HDDs, all of them survived. And there was even like white stuff on every part of it. And I think that you guys realize how scared I must have been at that point, because this system, if I had to replace everything inside of it, would have costed me 1,500 bucks. And it's not even that good of a system yet. I mean, RAM wise it's fine, but it can always get better, let's be honest. So yeah, that is that. I think that everything is correct in the live streams one. Main information, you guys can read that as well. Read message history as well, that's good. I think I did the Z.A.C.O.F information part, but I'm not sure. Right, so YouTube updates. Let's see, manage messages. No. We're only in read message history. YouTube updates is going to be the tab where it will say if I upload a video that I did not live stream, it will tell you guys there. I will be trying to do live streams as often as I can. It won't be every single day, but it will be as often as I can, as long as I can. They are going to be mainly at night for me, so that is why if it ever gets dark where I am, which for you guys you probably won't notice, because I have white lights above me in the back, so everything in my back looks light, and in front of me, right on my face. That is why I seem so bright every day. I don't like showing with my teeth out, but you know what, let's do it. So yeah, that is what we're going to be doing. We're also going to be working on some other good stuff in the future, but what you guys don't see, and I'm going to show you right now on the Discord itself. So that's why I took this in here real quick. Now this is our Discord channel. We don't have a lot. I still have to put emoticons in front of everything. I know I should just say emojis, but I'm old-fashioned. I might be 22 years old, but I'm old-fashioned. So what we have right now is we have on top the welcome screen where everyone gets welcomed. And you guys see here, Game Zone has joined the server a few minutes ago. I do use the wide one, by the way, but that's more because it keeps me awake at night, and I need to have that so I'm actually able to talk to you guys properly when I live stream, which is why I always have something wide open and these lights in front of me. Then we have the general talks, which is just going to be me posting a YouTube link if YouTube is being a dick to me and not telling people when I live stream or when I put something in. For now, apparently I do have to put the rules, by the way, manually. So if it ever takes a longer time for me to do so, just mention me or send me a message like through clicking on my name, and it will allow you to message me directly. I think it is open, so just feel free to do so. Tell me that you still need to get your supporter rank, because we don't have a member rank, because you guys are not our members, you are our supporters. If you join our Discord, you automatically support us by telling us that, hey, we like your stuff. That's what we take from that. If you tell me personally, I hate your stuff, I hate your game, then I say, thank you for taking the time for telling me, because then I will ask you, what is the thing that I can make better for you that would make you like the game? Because there's criticism, and then there's criticism out of anger, but also out of respect. Because if you tell someone that you don't like something about them, at least allow them to ask you what they can do better. That is something that I like to say. I gotta love that there's music in the background immediately. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let me turn it up a little bit louder. It just sounds so inspirational. It sounds so inspirational that it might just be coming from the ass of God himself, if I believed in God. You know? So yeah. The thing here is that what is next is the off-topic chat. Now, in the general chat, you guys are able to talk about a lot of stuff already, but it's mainly going to hopefully be about the game. So that's why I also made a off-topic chat, which is like, okay, do you want to talk about something else? Sure, go ahead. Just go ahead. Because maybe you don't want to add everyone in the server, which is... By the way, give me a quick second because my beard is... I don't really have a beard yet, but I used to shave a lot, so everything fucking stinks. So I'm going to have to go to the bathroom real quick, get some oil. It will be like a few seconds, so be right back. Yeah. Alrighty then, I'm back. So yeah, I'm basically able to read everything that everyone is saying because I have two screens right now in front of me, still going for a third. That is because I like to be able to read and do a lot of stuff at once. It's not because I have to, but because I really just want to. Putting some beard oil on my fucking face because it keeps stinging the fucking shite out of me face hole. Ah. Gotta love fucking how your voice was when you put your hand in your mouth. Ah, entirely if you have to pull your lips back so you don't get oil. That's not good for your body into your mouth. And now my fingers are all oily. Ah, shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. But then again, hindsight. That's the thing. Ah. I almost forgot what I was going to say mid-sentence. Then there's the game test channel, which barely anyone here will know. Let me just grab someone here real quick. Spooky. Which my friend Luca, he is one of the players in my own game. So, what can you see now? Alright, so then we will have the voice channels, which is going to be the general voice channel, which is just going to be allowing people to just talk in there, connect, speak, and all the good stuff. Alright, And then there's Z.A.C.O.F talk, which is just basically going to be, oh yeah, do you want to talk about the game? Sure, why not? Go ahead. Ooh, voice activity. Okay, I am going to have to put that one on because it's what I prefer to use myself. Not because I don't like pressing a button, okay, because I don't like pressing a button because I will always forget to do so. That's the thing about that. So yeah, further we have everything here, artists offering help. If you are an artist and you want to help us, just feel free to put it in here, show us what you can do, and I'll think about it. There's a suck price that I offer every single person. So even if your art is better, I have to offer you the same amount because there's only so much I can miss every month. So yeah. Then we have the recommendations where it's just a recommendation channel so everyone can put in there, hey, what do you want to know about this? What do you want to say about this? Then we have the memes channel, which is, I mean, people are able to talk about the memes. I'm going to put that, by the way, in the general so that everyone can just talk about the memes there. And then we have the PayPal donation link. It's not in there yet. I am probably going to do so right now, to be honest, just to be sure that I can make sure that everyone knows what a PayPal link is. Oh god, please don't tell me it's going to be on the wrong one. Okay, just give me a second right here. PayPal, no. Whoa. Okay, log in. And I hope this is not on screen, by the way. Nope, it's not. Okay, that's good. Because a lot of the people's names that I have to deal with in real life are also on here. So let me just go to the settings real quick. There we go. Our PayPal link with our donations. We are going to pay our artists more, but also make sure that our game gets more fame and stuff that allows us all to keep working. Every donation will be split 3 ways. The 2 artists and then me. If the amount is insufficient to split, we will wait till the end of the month to make sure that everyone gets a decent amount. Sorry about that. I can't seem to type either. I just realized. Pardon me, by the way, about that burp. I'm a disgusting man, okay? Get used to it. Nah, don't worry about that. Some people that know me might know that I am a weird person. Then we have the question channel where you guys are able to ask any questions that you want. So if I'm not live streaming, then you guys can ask questions there, because it just helps that channel. Okay, so Twitch is having some trouble with some things. Okay, that's good to know. Let's keep me an eye on that. So now we have the artist working on this. So Jeff Santos is not working on this yet. He is a friend of mine. We worked some together, and he's going to be putting his thing in here real quickly. But yeah, right here we have Grizzly. I really suggest checking him out. That's why I'm keeping this page open, because he's an amazing artist. His art is now really like his cell shaded stuff. He's trying to learn it again. He's going to try and fix it up, and then he can do everything, and I love it. So yeah. Then we have the live streams, which if you can see right here, it just tells everyone, hey, I'm streaming on Switch. How are you doing? So yeah, that's going to be a nice thing here. Then we have the main information channels. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Welcome to the Discord of the game Z.A.C.O.F, also known as Zombie Apocalypse Control or Fear. Now, you join the Discord, and what does this get you? You get to know the updates quickly, and this means you know what we are up to. It also means you know when I will be live streaming, or when the artists live stream the works of them making the art. Now, this is going to be something on choice of the artist, if they want to live stream or not. Yeah, man. Be sure that if you have a Twitch, by the way, and you want to stream it, Grizzly, check out this guy, by the way, because he is the artist that was in artist working on the game. He is going to be making the art for the zombies, going to be making the art for the backgrounds and everything, and he's going to get paid for it all as well. So the more that the more money that you guys send to our PayPal as donations, the more this guy gets paid. Just think that for a moment. Yeah, if he sends me his Twitch channel, then he will also be getting more money because of it. So that's going to be always a plus, right? Then we have the live streams about them, so they get to choose if they want to live stream or not, because that's all up to them. Let's be honest. If they don't want to stream it, then they don't have to. You guys are going to see it either way, because I'm also going to get someone to make the background of the normal one, by the way. Like, they're going to be zombies made by Grizzly or Jeff, and that's going to be the amazing part. What's going to be the best, however, is that I'm also going to get someone to make the background itself for the pages, which means a designed paper, which is going to be printed on normal paper, but it will look better. It's going to have a very clean look, maybe something like a secret document that we're going to go for the front, maybe. Don't know. What would you guys prefer? Would you guys want a neat foreground with some confidential stuff on the front that tells you this is a folder that you're not allowed to enter? Because if that is the point, I will send every single book that we are going to make inside of an envelope with like the confidential sign, and then of course a plastic seal around it with a message that this is not really confidential, this is just a book, which is in the theme of this, so that's why. Feel free to open it, just be sure to keep it intact, please. Like, we're going to have to put that kind of stuff on there if we're going to do that, because, let's be honest, airport security has to be able to do that job. So I will be probably using envelopes that are able to be reopened, so they don't just have to tear it open and destroy what you would get inside. Then, what do we do here? Well, I myself am working on the game system itself. This means the functions, the zombie trays, the liquid needs, how food works, temperature, and most importantly, the roleplay aspects and the weapons, as this leads to you being happy, or so we try, as it means that we do everything so you can have fun. That, or I'm wasting my time for everything that I'm doing right now. Always a possibility. Gotta love fucking mosquitoes. I also have a few artists that will be commissioned to do most of the work. This means our logo, the zombie explanation pages, and that is as it will be more fun for us to even do, because when you see what we do and what we mean, that means you have less to worry about creating on the spot, or even just what you need to sit around and work on randomly, because just using the stuff that we make, you don't have to. So it's just like, okay, we're going to give you an idea, but we're also going to give you a system that works out of the box to make whatever you want. And that is what I like about this. So yeah, and also most importantly, it's a role-playing game! which means that you're actually going to have to roleplay. But the best about it is, this is all made up by the spot on the players or the DM. And mostly I say players because everyone is going to be able to be a player. Because then it allows you to be improvised. It allows everyone to be the DM at the same time. That I love. Sorry, I love being weird is what I love to do. So I might have to go silent and more silent in the future. That's not because I want to, but because I live in a building and it's about 10 PM and that's the time when I have to go a bit more silent. So that's what I would have loved to get a microphone again. So I can at least do that for you guys. Might be able to get a cheap one again when there's a shop that I live close to sells one, but going to have to check that out. Let's see if I'm going to be able to do all of this. Okay, I'm seeing right now that I can also just click on the restream chat and check where I am answering from. So that's going to be a lot of good stuff. So next we have the updates. Now what I tell here, so far as you guys can see, is what I've been working on, what I am working on, and what I got done working on. So this Discord logo, I made this in an hour or two in total. Just the Z took most of my time because that's what is most important. This is also going to be the logo that's going to be up front, or at least a better version of it that Jeff Santos is going to make in the future when I pay him. So that is going to be a lot of good fun. And yeah, then we have the YouTube updates again, which is just going to be me telling, hey, I'm live, or oh shit, I should have done nothing like that. Oh, it's late, guys. I'm sorry. Please don't shoot me in the head for the small mistakes that I'm able to make because I'm human. Alright, now that we have Discord set up, I can just place it back where it was before. I mean, I can also drag this piece of shite back. There we go. And now we can actually start working on this again. So, and then on entire meals. Meats is going to be sauce meats. Luncheon side meats. The reason I'm doing this first here is because it will allow me to make sure that everything looks neat before I can even start putting it into this system over here. Now, what we have... Wait a second. No, I have to go back up because I'm stupid. I keep forgetting my own fucking tablet and where everything is because I'm stupid and I don't even think about it. And I'm trying to make sure that I keep talking so I can put it back where it belongs. So yeah, fresh food. And we're going to have fruits again, we're going to have meat, we're going to have vegetables, which I forgot to put in here because it was above on the other one. Vegetables, milk, fish. Where is food? Food. And what I keep forgetting to put down there. No, did I put something wrong? Fruits, meat, vegetables, milk based. Nuts! Of course, can't forget the nuts in the world. I mean, let's be honest, everyone loves a good pair of nuts, don't they? Whoa, get your mind out of the gutter. McDonald's. Yes, we're going to put McDonald's into the game as well. Just because I love to make a joke, and this is the best joke and longest running joke there is, it just works. Don't know why, but everyone still loves about the fact that McDonald's food keeps being good after a fucking month. Just be sure that you actually get the good stuff when you talk to them, because I don't twist this shit. Twist. The unclean water. Then we're going to have the clean, not cooked water. Then we're going to have the clean cooked water. Now, why would I put in non-cooked water and such? That is because some are going to be able to give you diarrhea, bacteria, and all that good stuff. Ooh. I'm also going to put this in, however. Then we have coffee beans. Now, why would I put coffee beans and not coffee in here? It's because it's something that you're able to add to it. And syrup, lemonade. And the reason I put these two in, first let me finish my other thought, by the way. That the reason I put these in separately is because it's something you add on to water. It's not something you find these days, because my own thing is going to be a month in. Maybe yours is going to be sooner, but then still it's going to have the same effects. It's going to tell you what it does behind it in the table that I'm going to make in here, and it's just going to be a lot of work, but you guys deserve it. So let's just make sure that we get all of this on the way. So vegetables. Okay, so what we need to figure out is the table of health. What's going to be the base stat for that? First, I was thinking of, okay, let's make the base stat something that is like 10. I realize no one is watching right now, but that is fine. We had some people watching before, so they might just go and come back later. But yeah, let's just make sure that we're going to be actually able to do everything that we want. So I'm going to be able to do everything we need, cause the way that we would be is living for the trees. Going to turn off the music, by the way. Please. Okay, there we go. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry that went silent there. I don't know what happened. Everything broke for a few seconds. You guys saw me, couldn't hear me. I don't know why, but must have misclicked something. So, the fact what we're going to have to do now is at level 1, what is your base stat of health going to be? Now, I was thinking about having a base stat of like 10 or 20. The reason for this is you're going to want to be able to take a hit, because falling from a certain distance you're going to want to survive, but you're going to take a bit of health away. You're going to want to have to land, you're going to have to find a better way, so it's not going to have to be too much. Also, you want to have a decent base stat for something like this, is because when I started this live stream is when I talked about disease and the mental illness thing. So the disease system is going to be like in the past, what diseases have you had, what are you still coping with, and that is going to tell you like, okay, are you going to get a plus or a minus to your health? Normally you would get a minus, but there are some small things that allow also some small bonuses and some good things. So I'm not talking about that right now too much, but that's going to be it. So let's say a bonus or minus 5 extra points. So if you start on 20, then you have 15 left. So then you have a mental disorder, which, I mean, maybe you self-harmed before in the past because of it. So now that is going to be something softer. It's going to be like a 2 or a 1. So that's, you're going to start at 13 health points, which is decent if you're going to have to like take a take 1 health point away every above 3 meters. Every 1 meter that you drop, you have to take only 1 health point, which is a decent system, because the higher that you go, it will have more impact on your body. So I'm going to say that we start at 20, so let's just take that down. Base that health 20, and we can start working from that. Because the reason why I couldn't start working on this whole system earlier is because we want to make sure that our food is going to be adding not too much, but enough that it's actually doing something for your health. And I mean, not everything is going to be good for you, so let's be honest about that. Because if something is over date, then it's going to have something else happen to you. But like the canned food, it's going to have a chance of, let's say, you're going to have to roll a 1d20 food poisoning. And we're not going to say yet what it's at. We're going to see, okay, I'm going to have to calculate that, like how much in a chance, in percentage, would you have to roll that? Because it's a slim chance that you get food poisoning from something in a can. Later in the apocalypse, it's going to matter. So keep in track how far you are in. I will make a base set again. I will put it in as well in a more descriptive version. This is just a draft. So base set, yeah, 1d20 food poisoning, damn. And what food poisoning basically will do is it just makes sure that you lose a bit of water, because you'll get diarrhea, let's be honest here. That's just going to be something that happened, and you're going to sit on the fucking shitter and you're going to be eaten by a zombie with your pants down. Sorry. So fresh food. Okay. Fresh food has to be fresh. Otherwise, 1d20 food poisoning. Now, first month, okay. If you go to a shop and you find some stuff that's there, make sure that you know the time, how long it's been in your apocalypse, and check that then. McDonald's. Now, this is going to be a fun thing. Always good. Roll a 1. Roll a 1d. Now, what would we want our players to roll for this? Because it's McDonald's. It's not going to go to waste anytime soon. Should we make them make a concentration saving throw to see if they break their teeth? Or if it's just like going to become a fucking lump inside of their body? I think something like that would be fun. Because there's just that little piece of this that just allows them to be pissed off at it. Like, okay, great, but why did you put this into the game? Something like that. And that's going to add a lot of character to the game, and that's just going to make everyone laugh at some point, and others it's going to make rage. And that's a fun thing about these type of things. Everything is going to be something positive and negative about the game. And that's why I want your recommendations in our Discord again. I'm going to keep bringing it up. I'm sorry, it just happens. I have to make advertisement for my own game. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. So right now we're going to have we're going to have this, then liquids. Now, this is going to be important. Cooked water is important for making a warm beverage. Now, this is not going to be something bad that's going to happen to you, but it's just a small little line that's going to, like, everything has something, and then that's going to be there. It's going to be, okay, it might get you a chuckle, and that's all that I'm going for, really. So, now, fruits. Now, what do I want to do with fruits? Can give you vitamins. Now I'm also going to write down for every type of food, like most of them that you can buy in a normal store, what is going to be done with it, and for the other foods as well. So don't worry, I'll make sure that everything is in there. It's going to be a long list, but I'm going to try and make sure that everyone can at least find most of what they would expect there. So that's going to be fun. I'm also going to probably add some snacks in down there as well, by the way, just to make sure that everyone actually gets what they want. So, snacks. Now, I'm not going to put anything down there yet, but we all get the gist of what's going to be down there. And if you don't, oh sweet, sweet innocent baby boy. Oh, you're so innocent if you don't know what a snack is. Okay, luncheon meat. Now, this what's going to be with this? Um, has to be cooked. Now, I'm going to say that I don't actually eat luncheon meat for the fun. Now, a lot of people are going to be weirded out at that. I eat luncheon meat out of the can because I like it. It's what I always did. Don't know why. I might be a zombie. So don't come too close to me because I might just eat you, you know? It just happens. Alright. So, meat, sauce meat. Now, we're talking about a can of meatballs here that has been put in gravy or satay sauce. So, we're going to have something fun in here. So, this can be um, has to be warmed up. Now, what we're just going to put in here is like, we're going to put in the basic stuff, like the attributes of it, not the stat chat, because that is going to take me longer than just one quick live stream. I mean, I want to make sure that everything's correct, that everything is balanced in the draft before I put it in. Then I'm going to have to work on every single page later again, but it's going to be so worth it that I don't even care about it. So that's just going to be a lot of fun. Entire meals. Now, this is something that's very important to be warmed up. Does not have to be warmed up. It's best if it is. Now, the reason I'm going to say it does not have to be, because, I mean, if you don't have anything that can cook something that's filled with plastic, or that you don't have a can left which fits everything, then fine. You can eat it raw, or at least it's going to be pre-cooked already, so it's more like warming it up. So that's why I'm going to put that stuff in there. Now, vegetables. Always good for you. Less overdate. Why do I laugh at my own jokes? It's not even that funny. You can die from it. Die. 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 Wait. Oh yeah, die. Sorry. Must be that it's late and that I'm taking sugar drinks. I'm just using iced tea, by the way. Not even energy this time. And I don't have any jawbreakers to bands with my fucking jaws today as well. Yesterday I bit a fucking few of those fucking shits downright dirt metal. So, we're going to have the fruits again, so we'll give you vitamins. And the vitamin system is going to be that it's going to give you like a resistance to something. Now, a lot of people might think, okay, that's a bit unrealistic, but I take realism until a certain point. Realism has to make way for fantasy a couple of times because otherwise it's just going to be boring and going to be too realistic. So some vitamins will give you better resistance to attacks of the poisonous kind. The other are going to give you more resistance to being hit. And even all of that kind of stuff, there's not going to be real battles like in D&D. It's more going to be narrative based. You're going to explain to the person that tells you, okay, you're going to be attacked. What do you do? And if you manage to tell the people in a proper role-playing way that you manage to dodge the zombie who is grabbing onto your arm, now what do you do about that? What you do, you grab your weapon and you push them with the blade away as you try to pull your arm away, as you twist your body. You twist your body to make sure that you put it on its edge of its feet. And then you realize it's a pupper. Now, a proper zombie in this universe is going to be a zombie that, if you hit it with something that's sharp, that pierces, or with a blunt weapon or slashing, it will explode its blood on you. So, if you just turn away, what will happen is that you look scared. You push it away and you just fall back on your back and you try to make sure that its blood does not land on you. You do not want to be covered in its guts, because that thing will explode. You will be covered in blood and guts and brain and bone tissue, and blech, it's not going to be good. And this flash, don't forget about this flash. But yeah, if you can talk about something like that, then you're just going to have a lot of fun with your friends. And that's the thing that I want this to be. It allows you to make friendships, it allows you to make more contact with your friends, it allows you to have a fun game that you can set up quickly every single time, because it's all improv. So, unless, by the way, someone makes a campaign for it. So yeah, meat now has to be cleaned, has to be fresh. Oh, it's already up there. Has to be clean. Now, what I mean with cleaning the meat is make sure that there's no grubs in there, because it's going to be meat, and you live in a zombie apocalypse, so some meats that you just find might just be infested with grubs, and ugh, that's not a good sign, mate. So yeah, and it's also going to have to be cooked, because it's not good. Can be eaten raw, but tastes better cooked. Milk based has to be made fresh. Zombie cows don't count. If you're going to drink the milk of a zombie cow, you're down for a baby. Oh, by the way, before I add anything else, milk. Because let's be honest about that. Nuts. Big sack of nuts keeps the female doctor. No. Let's not make it too big of a joke. Keeps the doctor away. I didn't put anything behind it. What do you mean? Get your mind out of the gutter. And no, it's not on the screen, so don't tell me it's on the screen either. Burgers. It is going to be a good time. Gnash your teeth break. Fries. Hey. Sure, those are made of potatoes. There is some goody. What was it saying? I love the donuts at McDonald's, but they're always done when I am there, and it's fucking annoying because I had a cinnamon one when I was 11 years old, and ever since I wanted more and more of them, but they're always done when I'm there, and I wish I could just have one cinnamon donut once a year and I'd be happy. McDonald's, just send me one, please. Jesus Christ, why am I almost crying? Thank you about it. So, there we go. Gotta keep it lighthearted, don't we? So, now we go to unclean water. Diarrhea. Might poison you. Clean nostrils water. Will, no, might give you diarrhea. poison. Not this time. Clean cooked water. Hey! Good water to drink. Should I? Always be able to kick her twice, just to make sure that it's always good. Radiator water. Looks good. Looks good. Got an extra tongue. Fun. Coffee beans. Makes it taste better. A bit bitter though. Could use some sugar. Tea. Not even going to say that one out loud, because it might just be controversial to a lot of people. Milk. Oh, we like to have fun here. Alright, now, what kind of snacks would you guys want me to add? I'm going to look in Discord real quick, so don't worry, I am able to read every single chat thing that you guys say in chat, so ranking. Alright. The snacks. I'm going to grab my notepad here and see what else I can do. Sorry about that. So, food and water system. Okay, that's better. No, that is what we have, so that's something we can work on pretty soon. I have a notepad, by the way, over here. Every morning I lay down for about an hour on my bed, and I just figure, what is something that I can add to this? It's something that I made a routine just to make sure that I can always add some more, or that I can make sure that everything is stable, because when you wake up, you're the clearest in your mind than you will ever be entire day. Even before coffee. Everyone might say, I need coffee to think. But you already need to think about taking coffee to be able to drink coffee and to think that you need coffee. Let's be honest. Let me take a look. Okay, so still having some troubles with seeing stuff. It might just be in the category itself though. Message history. Let's see what I can have here. Use voice activity. Speak, connect, add reactions. Read message history, send messages. Just going to make sure that, why can't they see anything? That's just weird. What is going on over here? That it's just putting that shit on me. Because I put it on everyone, so everyone should just be able to see stuff, right? That or the fucking system might be broken, like it always is with fucking Discord. Like that. I'm gonna just take a look at the fucking general stuff, because I really don't know what else it can be. I really wonder what could be wrong, because this just really does not make any sense. Might have to ask someone to take a look into it, because I really just find this weird. I don't know what's going on here. Like, I can't even put myself down a bag with the mods, because I wouldn't be able to do shit then. So, huh. Let's just sorry and hope that he can see shut now. If not, I'm just getting pissed off, and I might have to ask someone to look into it for me. Then I have the clothing system, by the way, over here, which is going to be a lot of writing as well, as you guys can see on the screen right now. There's just a lot there. So, let's get started on that then. Clothing and temperature. Now, there's going to be temperature stuff in here, so every season that you're playing as well will change something about it. And I suggest talking about with the players, like, okay, how quick do we want the time to go? Like, do you want to have a session last a day? Now, that is what I would suggest, because then you could actually have like a night system going on. And like, okay, what do you do during the night? That's your own thing. And then you can talk about that. Like, okay guys, I was not able to sleep well this night, so I worked a bit softly on my weapon. Like roleplay. That is what I love about doing this. It's all going to be craftable and all that good stuff. Now I'm going to check my Facebook real quick to see if... Yes, I got someone messaging me. Noise. Bah! If you're not watching, well, don't know what to say about that. Okay, so we're going to have clothing and temperature. So we're going to have head. Let's start with the head one. So we have the baseball hat, we have the pork pie hat, the beanies, we have the wool hat, we have the... Why am I typing that out? I don't know why. We have the bike helmets, we have the motor helmets, the military helmets. Yeah, I know this is probably going to be a bit boring, but this is just going to be a lot of typing, and not everyone likes it. But this is how you start with this stuff. It lies really in the small things. And I'm also going to go back up here, add one, and then make that a winter hat. Now, next, we're going to work on the torso. Now, I'm not going to be as descriptive there. Nice. Alright, so torso. We have the t-shirts. Tell me if I'm missing, by the way, anything. Then we have the hoodies. We have the tank tops. The army jackets. The leather jackets. Those are the things, and then normal jackets. The reason I'm putting army jackets and leather jackets different is because those are going to be stronger than the normal jackets you buy in the shop. Just being honest. Sorry, I'm an honest boy. Okay, I'm an honest boy. So, oh, before we go further though, scarves. Now, why would I put scarves in there? Because it's part of the torso, it's part of the head, no, it's part of the neck. But the torso falls under the neck, so literally quite by the way, that is a pun that I did not intend. So let's keep it fun there. Nice. Okay, well, what do we have next? Because this is a lot of writing to do, Grizzly. This is how I do it. I literally just sit in front of the computer for hours on end. And if you wonder what I did this morning, it's fucking crazy. What I did first, I made this list of food and water and liquid items. Then I got to the part with the clothing part that I just showed you. Let's see, then we go to what is next. Did I write anything in between down yet? No, because there's other mental and biological illnesses that I have to grab a fucking online newspaper for. And then I'm going to go through a big list of them, going to pick a lot of them, like every letter I'm going to pick about 5 of them, just to make sure that there's some in there that are most common, some that are rare, so just to make sure that everyone has a chance of being in there with their mental illness. If there's something that people want to ask us about, like, okay, what mental illness would do what in the game, there's going to be a lot of common sense with that. Because if a mental illness gives you a bad view about your body, like you think that you're fat but you're not, okay, well, what's going to do that for your body? It's going to lower your health, because what it does, it basically breaks down your immune system, because you eat way less than you actually need to. So you look into others, they're going to ask you, why are you not eating? And if you tell them, oh, because I feel fat, they're going to be looking at you like, you're not fat, you need to eat or you're going to die, you look like a zombie. So yeah, that's kind of sort of how we're doing with those things. Then, if anyone wonders how I started with the zombies, well, this is how I started with the lovely zombie list that I have right now. I wrote down the zombie name, or what I thought that it was going to do, and then I was just like, okay, what are going to be its attributes? And I literally just pull everything from my fucking ass in the morning in the bed, I write it down, and that's it. Yeah. Then I'm going to make some rules and guidelines. Nobody likes rules, so they're going to be less than the guidelines. Just be on, like, oh, and this is my favorite page that I am working so hard on that it's empty. The loot table. It's a page that I've worked on the hardest so far. Oh, I can't even keep a straight face talking about that. Ah, you're listening while you're at work. Alright, that is actually a very good thing. Wait, why is that a good thing? I don't... You're supposed to be working. Go work, man. Alright. All funniness aside, thanks for listening, man. I really appreciate it. It keeps us in contact with each other. So next, so we have the legs. Now the legs, we're going to have the jeans, skinny jeans. And the skinny jeans, by the way, I'm going to make sure that they know it, because you're going to have a chance of missing every jump, because you're not as athletic when you wear skinny jeans. And trust me, I've worn them since I was 12 years old until I was 17. Okay, I still wear it. And I'm 22. I know sometimes that those things are not going to help you move around. because, well, they're skinny. It's supposed to be for skinny people. You know? I might be skinny, but I'm not that skinny anymore. I hope so, at least. Then the arms, we're going to have a lot of gloves. So, winter gloves, leather gloves. By the way, let's move you down a little peg, you bastard. Stop taking down high ground! Leather gloves. Then we have the fingers and no fingers. Now, those are not going to be a type, they're going to be for me to put down like, okay, are there gloves, are there fingers on here or not? And that's going to change a bit of the stat. So that's just like a putting that between there and then lower. And here come the fun ones that nobody expects me to put in here. Lace gloves and velvet gloves. Fit like a glove. Gotta love that. The mask, I think. I know the actor, don't know his name right now. At least I can't get it from my head. So, now the feet. Now, there's going to be a lot of shoes that I haven't put in there. So be sure to tell me work boots, work shoes, sandals, sneakers, running shoes, boots. What are those things again? And yes, if you're going to put on Crocs and socks in this game, you're going to have to wear both. Because if you wear Crocs already, you're... What are you doing with your life? Come on. Come on, man. Sandals even fit better on your feet than fucking Crocs. Ugh. Alright, well. Suits. Ghillie suits. The motorbike suits. Wetsuits. Nope, 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 not going that far. Nope, I'm not going to put nurse suits in, guys. Nope, not doing that. Nope. Not putting nurse suits in on the outfit unless someone tells me to put a nurse suit into the outfit. Okay, I might do that later anyway. So that nobody knows until I would put this thing onto paper. Alright. So, right now, that is all I have written down. So let's put that in the system of itself. So, clothing and temperature. Now, all of this clothing is going to have stats as well for the warmth and everything that it does. Well, now how long have I been live streaming? Please tell me, my friend. Because if you didn't know, this thing that I have in front of me right now, like Streamlabs OBS, it's supposed to tell you how long you've been online. So let's try and see if I can see how long I've been online, because at least it used to tell you 1 hour and 23 minutes. Now, I know that the last time that I have streamed, and this is going to be the fun part about it, is that I streamed exactly, and this is going to be the fun. I don't know why I keep saying it's going to be fun, because everyone knows already that's fun. Is that... Jesus Christ, I'm fucking blanking here. Fun part about that is going to be that the last time that I streamed it was 1 hour and a half. So if I put that again, then we're just going to have like every time a fucking 1 hour and a half. Sorry that I'm sometimes repeating something I'm saying. I bit my lip yesterday when I was streaming, and I still have a bit of a sore there right now. So that's going to keep me talking like that for long. But yeah, I might just stop streaming in a bit. But that is so everyone is there right now. That's nice. Everyone can see in the chat, so that's a good thing to know. We have the systems over here, improvised weapons and such. I'm going to put in melee weapons. I still have to write down a whole list for the stuff that everyone wants. Craftables. What is Z.A.C.O.F page? It's going to be there as well. Then we're going to have the clothing temperature system. The mental illness thing. I'm going to work on that tomorrow probably. And I'm going to live stream just getting a whole list and even asking people that are in our group, are there any mental illnesses that anyone has? Because I want to make sure that we at least put those in. And at some point, I will even be testing this with the people that I'm making this with. And for the people who I make it for, we might just make a bit of a one-shot for it occasionally to test it out, which is why I made a game test part that not everyone is able to see, but people that are offering to help us test, I will give the tester rank and the role in the chat and they will be able to see it. The artists and the moderators are already going to be able to see it, so yeah. Then we have the zombie traits table. Now that's not going to be truly the zombie traits table. It's more like, okay, what are their small attributes? Because they're all going to have their big own parts and their own tables on their own character pages, and it's going to be a lot of work. But I think that I can speak for the entire team when I say we three will do what we can to make the best game for you. So yeah. Guidelines, the rules, the loot table, and the character sheet. Now the character sheet is going to be a big thing that I have to do afterwards, that I do everything. Because I will need to make use of everything that I have here, meaning the stats of the health, how the health works, how the normal stats work, so like the strength, the constitution, and all of that good stuff. With the mental illnesses, I'm going to have to make a page for that with normal diseases, with an item page where you have the durability parts and a gun place, like a place for the guns. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot of work with that, but it's so that you guys are going to be able to have the best experience playing this thing quickly. That is what I'm going to go for right here. The reason that I am talking with only one or two artists, not a whole team, is because if you go for 5 different artists, every piece of art is going to look different. The reason I'm only going to go for Grizzly and Jeff right now is because I know that they have a bit of the same style. And Jeff is a friend of mine. Grizzly I met like this morning, I think. And it's just going to be a lot of good stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun working together, I think. And it's going to be awesome. Let's see how long I've been streaming right now, because I'm really just trying to talk through to make sure that we can actually have that big timer going correctly. And it's about 1 hour and 30 minutes, so let's just sit back, kick back our feet, and watch if anyone rejoins so we can chat about some other stuff. Now, why am I talking like I am Irish or Scottish suddenly? It's because I can. I can do a lot of different voices. I can even do the voice of a girl. And a lot of people find that weird. So, yeah, just get used to it. Because it's actually a voice that I can do without a voice box, while other people have to use a voice box to be even able to do it. Which is going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be very soon the time that I have to leave, guys. So I'm sorry, but I have to go right now, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye!